Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan. On today's episode, we're going to give our divisional awards out for the NFL weekend here for the divisional round of the playoffs. And I first want to say thanks for everybody who watched my video of me being miserable. That was kind of fun to interact with fans and stuff of different teams. A lot of them just happy I was miserable, which sort of was like, oh, that's a bummer. But we like the engagement. But now we're going to shift our focus from just the Lions to giving out awards for the entire divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the awards. Did I give it to the right person? Or if you would give a different award to a different player, team, or coach. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get into it. So let's start with the game of the week. The game of the week goes to the Ravens and the Bills. The Bills beat the Ravens 27-25. Lamar had a pretty good game. He had two big turnovers, though. Costly turnovers. The interception was a real bad pass. And the fumble just wasn't obviously great. And it's funny when you look at the entire team stat. The Ravens basically won in like every statistical category that you want to win. Time of possession, number of plays, first down, third down efficiency, yards per play. They won on all those categories, but the one category they lost was the turnover battle. And Mark Andrews was also part of this, which he had a big fumble and drop. Now, on the other end, let's finish with Lamar. Lamar, he did have two touchdowns, 254 yards. The Bills kind of, for the Bills defense, it's kind of nice to play against Josh Allen in practice and stuff because there is a measure of, hey, we can practice against somebody like Lamar because Lamar and Josh Allen are kind of similar style quarterbacks. But Josh Allen was the one who won the day, and he didn't do it with his passing necessarily. He didn't make big mistakes. That's important. But he did it with his feet. He scored two touchdowns on the ground, and the run game for the Bills was really good. They averaged 4.1 yards a carry, led the way by James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson. All of them had pretty solid games considering. But again, the big numbers, the turnover, it came down to the wire. The 2-point pass attempt was dropped by Andrews, and it was a fun finish. The only other game I figured I would just nominate here is the Eagles and Rams, who the Rams were driving to try to win the game as well. But the award goes to the Bills beating the Ravens 27-25, and they will be playing against the Chiefs at Arrowhead this coming weekend. MVP award. This goes to Jaden Daniels. So Jaden Daniels was 22 of 31, 299 yards passing, two touchdowns, and he had a QBR of 91.8, including, and he also had 51 yards on the ground. But like stats don't always tell the whole story, although his stats said he played really, really awesome. He did. He played like an elite level quarterback. Everything was timing right. There was tough passes that he made, and he did this all while under pressure, like all game. Obviously the Lions are bringing blitz, and he doesn't get sacked one time, and it all kind of like it was just tough because the Lions didn't make any adjustments, and Daniels kept making them pay. So awesome job by Jaden Daniels. Good for him. He gets the MVP award, and that 4th and 2. That's the one that I was going to say. It left my mind for a second. The 4th and 2 play where he scrambled out, got it. Big 4th and 2. That play was huge as well. So good for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. They're going to the next round, so he does deserve the MVP. And by the way, they were 9.5 underdogs. They were 9.5 underdogs against the Lions on the road. So good for Jaden Daniels. Okay, the Run Forest Run award goes to Saquon Barkley. I think it's self-explanatory. It's I'm giving this award to the individual who ran right really well, and it was Barkley. He had averaged 7.9 yards a carry, two touchdowns, and both of them were long ones, 62 yards, 78 yards, a total to combine of 140 off of two-run plays. He totaled the yardage in the game on the ground was 205. Big reason why the Eagles are where they're at, and the big reason why they won that game against Philadelphia. The Chess Not Checkers award goes to. So I gave this to the person that I felt like kind of overcomplicated things this weekend when they could have been very basic. They wanted to play chess, although all they had to do was play checkers. And to me, this goes to Ben Johnson. It wasn't a good game plan. I'm sorry. They only carried the ball 21 times between Gibbs and Montgomery. Goff had 40 passes. They had Jamison Williams pass a ball that was intercepted. And one thing that we were very clear on is that the Lions should run the ball a lot in this game, and the Lions did not do that. Now, I know there was that 3rd-and-1 call that a lot of Lions fans were mad about, that they just didn't run the ball because I think Gibbs was averaging like 7 to 15 yards a carry, somewhere around there. It was early on in the game, and Jared Goff fumbled the ball. I don't necessarily blame Ben Johnson. I kind of knew what he was doing. He was like, either we get the first down on 3rd down, or if there's an incomplete pass, or there's like, we don't get it, we can always go for it on 4th down and just run the ball and get the first down. So I sort of understood what he's doing, but I didn't like the call. I just think they should have ran the ball about 40 times in that game. But I think that Ben Johnson was just trying to be cute, and it ended up backfiring him. And he kind of did that with the Williams pass. And it's just you don't put that receiver in that position because he's not one to be always smart about the choices he made, and you're making him make one of the biggest choices in the game in that moment, and I just don't think that was a good idea. So, Chestnut Checkers Award goes to Ben Johnson. Butterfinger Awards, I'm going to give that to Mark Andrews. I don't mean to do it, but it sounds kind of mean, but he did fumble the ball. It was his first fumble since 2019, so bad time to fumble the ball in the last 6 years. And then he also dropped that 2-point conversion, which it wasn't my favorite play call for the Ravens, but they did get the opportunity to catch it and tie the game. And unfortunately, um, for the Ravens, he did not do that. So Butterfinger Award goes to Mark Andrew. Remember the Name Award. I'm giving this to Josh Allen. I'm giving this to the Buffalo Bills. I just think it was kind of crazy. I picked the Bills to win this game. I didn't understand why they were not favored in this game, even by a point. Ravens ended up at the end of the day to be favored in this game, and the Bills being at home with Josh Allen, I think was a little bit of an insult. It might have even been part of the motivating factor for the Bills to play as awesome as they did. I think this is also a good reminder for everybody because, like, even at the beginning of the season, there was a lot of people picking the Jets to win this division or the Dolphins. Um, as a Dolphins fan, knew I had the Bills winning. I said they got the best quarterback and coach. They're going to find a way to win this division. And they did. And they are also now in the AFC Championship game going against the Chiefs. So, guys, just remember this offseason, going in next year, remember the name Josh Allen, and we won't make that mistake again. Okay, last award we're going to give Am I Being Punked Award. I'm giving this to the Kansas City Chiefs and the officials in the NFL. So, obviously, Patrick Mahomes had two pass interference calls. Not pass interference, like roughing the passers. I think one was roughing the passer, one was unnecessary roughness. And then on top of it, there was a time when Mahomes flopped out of bounds. And it's just showing how ridiculous the NFL is getting to protecting quarterbacks, but specifically Patrick Mahomes. I love Patrick Mahomes. I liked him before he got drafted. I thought he'd make a great quarterback. But this is the type of stuff that turns fans against your player teams and your league. The first pass, roughing the passer call, I could kind of see it with instant replay though, and how you can just buzz in and say, "Hey, no, he did or didn't do something." I just don't think that should be a good enough excuse anymore. We see it. I don't understand when they implement or they decide to go to the quick replay or not. When you get buzzed in, they're like, "Actually, that wasn't a fumble. Oh, that wasn't a catch," and they don't actually review it. And when they don't do it, I don't understand that. So I wish they would just understand. They would just do all the black and white plays. Is it a catch? Is it a fumble? Is it helmet to helmet? Just have that all replayed. Quick, expedient replay or whatever it's called. I can't remember. It's not clicking in my head. But but in the moment, I can understand that one. The second one, I really think Patrick Mahomes is baiting that, and I went to rewarded it. And then the what's it called? When he got pushed out of bounds flopping, Patrick, you're better than that, man. Don't do that again. I don't want to see you become an NBA player. I just don't want to see it. And the last thing about that game was the safety at the end. I don't understand that. And I know, like, I think the Chiefs are favored by 9.5 points or something like that. They were favored by a lot of points too. Um, that's weird. I just don't like that. There was no benefit, but I'm imagining a lot of people who actually gamble. I don't, but a lot of people who do were probably really upset about that. So it was just a really weird game, really weird calls, really weird decisions. Do I think that the Texans probably would have won if any of those went differently? No, their special teams was really bad that game, but I just think you don't want to make your fan base and the people who love the game constantly complain about this stuff because eventually they will move on to something else. Ask the NBA. Okay, so that's all I got for awards. Once again, thanks so much for listening and watching. If you have an award that you'd like to give out to a certain player, team, or coach, leave it down in the comments down below. Or if you disagree or would like to give one of these other awards to someone else, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.